an overview of our meeting in the park yesterday, a gathering of people with similar interest from the Tamworth region. It's important that we build on what we have in the Tamworth region, the community that we want to create, the community that we want to bring into our folds, the parallel society we would like to continue building on. Alex, it was a small gathering. Alex mentioned that he meets with a group every week. I think it was on a Tuesday around 10 o'clock. And they've got a place where they meet and that, and they're wanting to develop their own kind of community garden there, but because of the age group and due to the limited mobility of some of the members of this group, it hasn't happened. This could be something, one of our first things in our project land share. Megan brought up some very important things, and really we can't forget our past, and we don't want to change our past. We want to build on our past, and Megan brought up about a stand in the park, and that goes back to where 9 or 10 forward-thinking people made a decision that they would do something, take some action, and slowly we've been building up a community based around this stand in the park. One of the good things about a stand in the park is that people have, a lot of people have heard about it that are in the freedom movement. So Megan was suggesting, and we had conversation about banners. We're sitting in the park there, had a gathering and enjoying each other's company, having discussions, arguing, which is really interesting people's views, and those views we've got to work on and see where things will take us. But Megan was 100% correct in my view that we do need a banner that takes us back to our roots, and it would be a stand in the park banner. Julie was talking also about an excellent idea which it would be hard to argue against either, and that is she's got a couple of conflicts. They're like the auction boards that we have when we did Matt Sharpen's campaign for the election, and that we're sitting there and we're not really bringing people into our fold. No one knows why we're there, they just see that we're there like other people in the park, sitting, maybe having a coffee or discussion. And Julie was suggesting that at all our gatherings in the park that we do have conflutes made up, which she's willing to do, and only roughly made up, we just need them written. So it might be, what do you know about smart meters? We're here in the park discussing smart meters, or we're here in the park discussing alternative education or alternative medication or whatever, just to get people who are walking past, give them an invite so that they can say, well, what is this about, this group over here? I might go over, I've got time, I'm just out for a walk. Honey, let's go over and see what it's about. Great idea. And the other thing is we're part of the TAP movement as well. So we need to have not only our stand in the park banner, but we also need to have a TAP banner there. It is about bringing freedom, like loving people together, people who are sick of government control at all levels, etc. People who are sick of people lying to us that are in our community, whether it's doctors, it's lawyers or politicians especially, and we can always tell when they're generally lying because they open their mouths, and we're not really happy about corruption. Now we also had discussions about our new project which a board has been created for, News and Views. And News and Views is a YouTube channel that will also be on other channels as well, that's going to allow our community, especially the freedom community, plus the outlying community, to have a say and let people know what's happening. One of the things is Megan's been working on a project which is about alternatives in education. So she's been doing the video. What we're really needing, and this was brought up by Fiona, Julie and Megan, and I'm 100% with them on this as well, which doesn't mean anything, but I'm willing to go out there if they want someone to hold the camera and take the video or things like that. What we're looking for is content creators. What we're looking for is people who are willing to write copy. What we're looking for is people who are willing to do interviews. We're looking for people who are willing to develop surveys. We've got our tight-knit little team board, and they've written the objectives of the channel and why we're there. This is giving us a voice. News and Views is giving us, the freedom movement, a voice to bring other people into understanding what's going on in the real world. It's an alternative media channel. It's commentary on the news, commentary that you're not going to see on your Prime and other news channels, your Wins and that. So it's going to involve the community, going to involve people going out in the New England, talking to people and getting their opinions, and this will be developed into videos that will go out to the community, that our community will help to spread through our outlying community, not just the freedom fighting community. So yes, we need people who can bring content to the channel. We need people who can develop content. We need people who are copywriters. We need people who can just grab the video camera and go out and do a segment to bring back for the channel. We need people who definitely are willing to do interviews. This is an opportunity to support your new community, the parallel community, while also supporting the outlying community. We also had a discussion about a buying group, and we're looking for project leaders and a project leader and a team who will go out, have a look at how these buying groups work, how it can support our community, and it would be in 3 parts really. And a person sent me the other day was bartering is going to be important as well. So you've got bartering, you've got people buying. Now, for example, we might want to buy some gold or bullion, but we buy it as a group, then we can get it a lot cheaper. We're not worried about those other auxiliary charges like freight, etc. My daughter goes to Costco and gets Jen and I our flour, rice, my oats for brekkie, all these things bulk. So what we're wanting to do is have a mechanism within our new community, our parallel community, which will be free, to improve our purchasing powers. The third part of it would be, we were discussing yesterday, Fiona and Bernard, they got lots of pumpkins last season, and say they get 100 pumpkins each and they can only use 30 each, then that produce, excess produce, even if it's sold for $3 a pumpkin or whatever, they're getting money to get put back into producing more food for their families, themselves and our community. We also talked about we need to see how these community gardens work and how, if we can get a grant from the government or council for the land and to set it up. But we need you to come back. We need you to put your hand up and say, I can do this, I've got this resource, I've got a camera that you can use, I've got an idea for content, I've got an idea for creating a new community. Now Ray has produced another song. I'm not going to spoil what it is or anything. You'll see it on our channel, and it can be purchased from Ray. He's got his latest CD available. He's also got it's on USBs, because a lot of people are saying to him, well, my car does not have a CD player, which is the case for many who have new cars. One of the things was that everyone there knows we need a new parallel community and want to be part of it, which is a very good thing. And I've had feedback from people writing, well, what's it about and that. There is it was brought up by Ray Smith, that there is a My Place Australia website, and there's over 100 My Place communities. So there would be like a My Place Tamworth or a My Place Crindai, etc. Or what I was suggesting, we should have My Place Tamworth and My Place New England, because it's about building up the numbers. The more people you've got, the bigger, then quicker the community will grow. We have had in the past, a lot of people have done huge things to keep this community going, and they have I'm sure had burnouts many of the time because it takes so much. What we need to do is have a discussion about the My Place Tamworth, and it's time to have that discussion. It does fit in with a lot of the projects that we're trying to get project leaders for and to build our community on. One of the important things I see is the health and well-being of our community. Physical health, mental health, and we've got about 6 alternative practitioners that I'm hoping we can get them together and they can come back to our community and tell us how we can go forward with the alternative medicine. We've got Tony Livingston, we've got Bernard, we've got Matt Sharpman's wife, Carly Scott, we've got Julie, Ray's sister, we've got ex-nurses like Loretta, and we've just got so many people that can give us so much. But we need to get that project going for our community as well, because health and well-being, it's so important. So it's disappointing to see only a few come to the gatherings in the park or at Mike's place of business. It's important that you put your hand up and help this community to build. Now's the time. The fight with the government's not over. So what I implore is, if you can use a camera, so if you've got a good eye, steady hands for using the camera, we need you. If you can write copy, we need you. If you're a content provider, we need you. If you can make coffee, we need you. If you know how to grow vegetables, we need you. If you know about solar, we need you. If you know about building relationships, we need you. If you know about, if you've got contacts in the community that can help build our community, we need you. So there's not a person we don't need that's on this TAP Tamworth group. The people that are stand in the park, that were those brave people standing out there not knowing if they were going to get arrested or what was going to happen. If you're a freedom fighter, if you're from any of the groups in the New England, then we need you to help us, to help you, to help build a community. So that's a bit of an overview. There's a lot of fellowship and a lot of discussions about different things, but there's some of the overview of the things I got out of it. Thank you very much again, and please contact us and put your hand up. We need you. We need to get on with this. We need these projects to be implemented by end of June. Thanks again.